Or to the class. Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Adrienne Williams, and I'm here to discuss the gut-brain connection and how it all relates to our health and happiness. So, um, here I am. Um, I am a dentist. I own a dental practice here in Houston. I am a mom, a wife, friend, daughter, auntie, community involved person. I love community. I also am a exercise lover, wellness just fanatic. So in all the things that I was trying to do for my health, I did notice as I approached 40, uh, things just really started to slow down for me. And it was a heaviness that I was experiencing more so than I had been previously. Now, I have to say, I am one that does experience, moods from time to time that I would probably be described as sometimes pretty moody by my close friends and family. But I did notice internally, my outlook was very bleak. I just wasn't as optimistic as I had been just about life and my future, and just feeling like I was just barely making it through the day. So I became a Plexus a, a Plexus user, let's say. We are here to talk about Plexus. So I'll go ahead and put that in right now. So Plexus is a health and wellness company. So I started with these products when a good friend of mine introduced them to me, as when I was looking for something to just to help me wind down at night. I was feeling very anxious and wound up, but through the day, I was dragging. So I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I got to get to bed at night. What am I going to do? And I was looking for a CBD oil, and my friend introduced me to these amazing products by Plexus Worldwide. So I will share this with you. And I didn't know that even as a dentist, a healthcare professional, just lover of all things health, that all diseases begin in the gut. Maybe I'd heard it at one point, but in this country, we're really focused on sick care and disease management, disease states, not really getting to the root cause. Everything that we treat is kind of surface level. We hardly ever get down to the root cause because there is a lot of disease out there to deal with. Now, Hippocrates said this thousands of years ago, and I have to say it is absolutely true for me and what I have seen now that I'm making all the connections and putting all the pieces together. Um, I was one of these 85% of the people that wake up tired, US adults, and feel sluggish throughout the day. Excuse me. While I didn't struggle with being overweight, a third of us do. Um, Lots of us struggle to make it to the gym or exercise, or really just have the energy to deal with our day-to-day lives. So let alone, like I was trying to say, get to the gym or do something a little bit more physical. That's a problem. Let's start to think about that. Everything that we see around us, just because it's common doesn't mean it's normal. And we're starting to believe these things as take them as the norm. And I have to say, I'm tired of it. So what I want to say is let's talk about what we can do about it. Gut health. Since all diseases begin in the gut, let's just talk real quick about what gut health is. And I'm going to break this down without getting too sciencey. We have a balance of microbiomes, excuse me, microorganisms in our gut, and that is called the microbiome. There is a balance that must be held of beneficial ones that work with our bodies, that actually help us out processing our food and creating chemical signals and just play a hand in all of our bodily functions. Those are our beneficial microbes. We have harmful ones too. They need to be there just in a small amount. We don't understand all the ins and outs, but for sure we know there is a small amount of yeast in everyone's system that needs to be there, and it has something to do with our breakdown of our systems when we die. I know, a little bit morbid, but this balance has gotten way out of whack due to lifestyle, our on-the-go lifestyle, our fast pace, our processed foods, a lot of drugs that we use to help us with our diseases that antibiotics being one of them, and antidepressants, and over-the-counter meds, all these things that help us live our lives and help us go and help us move, they end up hurting us in the long term. Our food sources are very depleted, as well as our environment is extremely toxic. So that leads to an overgrowth of the harmful bacteria, and those bugs and yeast create a lot of issues in our system, which I'll go through it in just a moment. But it starts to leak out in our guts. That's our large intestines. Those toxins do start to leak out, and one of those issues that issue is called dysbiosis. That is that imbalance of those microorganisms in our guts. Candida being one of them starts to overgrow, and we see a host of issues related to that all over our body system wide. So it requires us to shift from thinking of diseases just having being related to the area where they occur, like skin. Acne is a skin issue. Acne is a gut issue. It is an inflammation issue that's happening throughout your entire body. Now it's showing symptoms and signs of the skin, but a root cause is there in the gut. Not to go into too much of the science there, but let's look at that middle column, which talks about the mental and emotional symptoms of Candida overgrowth. That would be headaches, migraines, sleep issues, lack of concentration, night sweats in your sleep, mood swings. Like I said, I probably would be described as moody, having anxiety, ADHD, memory issues. I was also experiencing this brain fog. And like I said, I was having highs and lows, depression symptoms as well. So those are the common issues that we see. I was just making sure there wasn't anything on this other side. Mental and emotional symptoms of this Candida overgrowth. How and why that occurs, it makes sense when you think about the toxins in our circulatory system. Our blood is flowing throughout our entire body. There's actually the vagus nerve that makes a direct connection from our guts to our brains. The gut is actually called the second brain, just because of how much it influences our thoughts, our mood, just our overall behavior and our personality. It has a direct connection. If that gut does not have the right balance of microbes, or if it has an overgrowth of harmful microorganisms and is leaking out toxins, it will absolutely influence the serotonin levels, the dopamine levels in our body. That's all those neurotransmitters, even the melatonin that is responsible for our sleep and our immunity. Its precursors are made there in the gut. So it definitely plays a huge role in your personality, your mood. Other symptoms of leaky gut, we touched on that on that other slide, are listed here. But I wanted to show you that how the cells start to open up and gaps start to occur between the cells, and we get the ability of undigested food and pathogens to go through your GI tract. Your GI tract is supposed to be like a cheesecloth, like a sleeve, like that will filter out and only allow the nutrients and things that we want to pass through, the smaller particles, but big, huge particles are passing through. Now, stress plays a huge role. I forgot to mention that in the development of these gaps and the leakage of the gut. Stress absolutely will destroy your gut. But the good news is your gut can heal. I'm going to move over to this next slide. So we're in the middle of winter, and if you live in Texas, like I do, or in a state that does observe daylight savings time, it starts to get dark pretty early. I mean, there's a natural tilt in the winter. Our nights are longer anyway. We have less daylight just based on, the way our planet rotates. But I feel like when you add on the layer of the daylight savings, we it's dark at 5 o'clock here and 5:30. And this longer nights, shorter days plays a role in what they've called SAD, seasonal affective disorder. And we're in the middle of it. It starts to kick off or starts to creep in the fall and winter months. With less sunlight, you have less vitamin D, the ability to get vitamin D. And we all know that because of most of us aren't outside a lot, especially here in Texas. We're not even in the summer. We're just not spending enough time outside, and we're lacking the vitamin D. And vitamin D is so crucial in just our maintenance of our bodily systems, especially our mood. But the trigger of these of not having the sunlight and dare I say just the times that we are living in, the high of the Christmas season, and we're consuming lots of sugary foods. It's just in your face, and so we come down, and we start to come down around this time, and it definitely does have. There is an uptick of depression symptoms. Most of them, there's a hallmark that they can relate to just their hallmark symptoms, that they can relate to what would be considered sad versus considered depression all around. So right around this time, they treat patients they recommend light therapy and vitamin D supplements and eating healthier foods and less processed foods and exercising. Well, probiotics, which Plexus has, will actually help raise the vitamin D levels more than 25%. Also help boost serotonin levels, also help with the melatonin. So you can see how that gut health is so important. Probiotics are those good beneficial microbes that we all need and are lacking because of the things I showed on the previous slide. I mentioned medications, and I want to just point out that while antidepressants can be beneficial and helpful for depression and anxiety and other mental and mood issues, you do have to realize that most antidepressants, Wellbutrin, Prozac, and many, many others, actually deplete our vitamins, including the vitamin D that we need to balance out and create our neurotransmitters and balance out this seasonal affective disorder. It also wipes out our good gut bacteria. So you can see how the pharmaceutical industry, it's helpful. Our meds and all of our knowledge of science and medications, it's a good thing, but it can also set us back. And because we're losing the ability for our own bodies to heal themselves and our own bodies to work as they should. We're kind of creating a hamster wheel effect. So enter Plexus. What is Plexus? Like I said, it's a health and happiness company, a wellness company that has created plant-based supplementation to help us with our gut health, to help us with achieving our health goals, maintaining our immune system, and maintaining a healthy, balanced body through plant-based supplementation. I'm going to show a quick video about the gut-brain axis. If it's, go ahead. All right.
You deserve to thrive so you can tackle the opportunities and challenges each day brings. Hi, I'm Dr. Luis Pacheco, member of Plexus's Worldwide Medical Advisory Board. And thanks to modern science, we now know that thriving health begins with your gut microbiome. One of the key reasons why is because of something that's known as the gut-brain axis. Have you ever wondered why, when you're experiencing stress, sometimes your digestion can feel off? The link between your gut and your brain is why that can happen. And this is just one example of how your gut can impact your overall health and happiness. It works like this. Gut bacteria send signals to the brain through the nervous and endocrine systems. The gut-brain axis works in both directions. Sensory neurons in the gut communicate locally with intestinal cells, but they also send signals to the brain which can influence emotions. Activity in the brain, experienced through stress, can in turn influence activity of the gut. That's why a common response to stressful situations is a negative impact on digestion, as well as the effects it has on your mood. The gut also plays an important role in tryptophan metabolism, which is the precursor to the production of serotonin, a very important neurotransmitter. Neurotransmitters are chemical messengers that transmit signals through your nervous system to trigger specific responses in your body. Not only is your gut home to 90% of your body's serotonin, it also produces other neurotransmitters like GABA and dopamine. With all of this taking place in your gut, it's clear why the gut-brain axis plays such a key role in helping you experience an improved mood and reduced feelings of stress. By supporting the health of your gut, you're also supporting the health of this vital connection between your gut and your brain. For a healthier gut, I recommend a comprehensive approach to a gut health system that fits easily into your daily routine. First, help weed out unwanted substances from your GI tract. Then, seed your gut with healthy probiotics, and then feed them the prebiotics they need to thrive. A thriving gut will help you feel your best physically, mentally, and emotionally each day. Support your microbiome for the thriving health you want and deserve.
Okay. So that was a quick breakdown of how it all works and how it's all connected. Our moods and our emotions and our just ability to manage stress all will be impacted by this gut brain axis. I want to share some testimonies from previous Plexus users or current Plexus users. I didn't mean to say previous. Our Plexus happy Plexus users. So Michelle Mitchell is a nurse practitioner. She is a gold ambassador, and she's been on the products for several years now, but she did notice a decrease of anxiety and depression, as well as some other health wins like less discomfort in her hips and thyroid, medication reduction. She does have a family history of autoimmune diseases, and I didn't go into that, but the gut plays a vital role in regulating our immune system and reducing the risk of autoimmune issues when you have that good balanced gut. Keisha is also had that connection for her. She, in a matter of a few months, definitely noticed her migraines just gone. She was able to eliminate more regularly. And Dr. Pacheco did mention how the elimination, some too much or not enough, will your gut balance, your brain sends signals and helps regulate that. So if you're not going enough or going too much, I know for myself, if I'm stressed out, I don't go that much. So there I can feel the connection. Or if I'm super anxious, then it's too much. So regulating that that stress levels and regulating that microbiome will help with that. The she too noticed the anxiety and depression medication. She was no longer needing that as much. Cheryl, let's see. Here we are. It's just time and time again. I see these stories about wonderful health wins, but people are feeling that boost in mood and anxiety, decrease in anxiety as well. So I love this, how she talks about she's not as puffy and her inflammation is down. Pain again has come up. She has a family history of type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, all which she wants to get in the driver's seat of her health and kind of navigate those issues. And she knows that losing weight was going to be key for her. So she's lost the weight. She's trying to get on a healthier regimen. She has these wins like allergy symptom reduction and improved mood and anxiety. Very similar in my story. Erica Rouse, she was on medications. She has them listed here. She was tired, chronic fatigue is how she describes it. But she also had anxiety. That's that wired but tired feeling. I don't know if anybody has ever experienced that. Um, Feeling like she was approaching early menopause. So just all the things that come along with that. There's lots of emotion. Feel like you're on an emotional roller coaster oftentimes. She's since felt feeling a lot better, having more energy. She listed her regimen here, but she's not having to down all those cups of coffee and then needing the medications to kind of bring her down and level out those emotions. She's working on doing that in a just more natural way with Plexus. So what I'll introduce now is what the product about a little bit about the products and what you can do to help your mood, help your emotional state, also get your while getting your gut healthy and tackling any other health challenges that you might be experiencing. So one of the flagship products that Plexus has introduced is a system to regulate the gut. These are actually three products here. I'll go over the ones on the left-hand side. The BioCleanse is the top left. The BioCleanse will be what you need to weed out the negative microbes in your gut. It is a gentle cleanse, body detoxifier. It's not a harsh laxative or something that's going to have you needing to run to the restroom all day. But what it will do is help weed out and flush out those harmful microbes that are overgrown in your system. It's going to help promote regularity, boost your pH. So make your system more alkaline, and in an alkaline system, disease states they really don't exist as much. It's in those acidic environments that we see an uptick in disease. So we want to boost our body's pH and make our systems more alkaline. So BioCleanse, which you need to weed out all those harmful microbes. The lower left is the probiotic that is called ProBio5. ProBio5 helps with the seeding of the gut. It's the seed portion. It also weeds because it does have digestive enzymes and will break down that yeast shell. So it will kill off that yeast, that candida yeast, and also seed your body with the good probiotics that it needs to perform as it should. It's going to help with that balance, going to help with digestion because it does have the digestive enzymes. It works to establish that good pH level as well. It is freeze dried encapsulated. So what that means is it will survive once it gets in through your digestive tract and reaches body temperature. It's not going to die off. If your probiotic is refrigerated, oftentimes it has to stay cold. Well, our systems aren't. Our systems are warm. You're warm blooded. So you need that freeze dried encapsulated probiotic so that it will survive through your digestive tract. On the right there, you have Slim, two different forms of Slim. One is a longer packet and a shorter packet. Now I'll go through the differences in those in just a moment, but both Slims will help feed those microbes, those good microbes that we want to hang around. That is the prebiotic fibers. Prebiotics feed the probiotics. So prebiotics are the food for the probiotics. I said that twice, just so you got it. It also contains chromium, which helps with reducing your blood sugar levels, actually leveling out that blood sugar. Because candida yeast thrives and feeds off of sugar, we need something to help curb those sugar cravings, help cut off the food source, because if you have lots of probiotics and they're healthy and strong, the candida can't grow. If you're not constantly feeding it sugar, the candida won't grow. So we need that blood sugar balancer just to help regulate our blood sugar so we're not craving high sugar foods. So Slim helps you do that. The longer packet has thicker fibers and that makes you feel full. It's called the Hunger Control Slim. So it will tame the appetite a little bit better, help reduce food cravings, and help you reduce your caloric intake because you just feel more full. Um, the shorter stick does not have a thicker fiber. It does have prebiotic fibers though, but it doesn't is not designed to curb your appetite. That's the difference between the two. They both contain beetroot extract, which is um, great for inflammation, and they both contain, like I said, the chromium to help balance the blood sugar. This is called triplex, so this will help you with that gut health balance, and resetting the system to function as it should naturally, giving it what it needs and getting rid of what it doesn't need. A vital biome is our other probiotic. It contains 8 strands of probiotics, which help with mood, specifically with stress, mood, and that emotional state. These are called psychobiotics, and it's a whole thing, but these are the ones that will help improve your health and your mood, your gut health and your mood. They do help with GI discomfort, and with it is delayed release, so you only take one a day. You would take this in addition to the probio 5. I'm going to touch on here's a slide on the pink drink, the Slim. Again, 2 different flavors, both support that glucose metabolism. Again, well, I don't know if I said it, but it's sweetened with stevia. So there's no sugar and there's no artificial sweeteners, because artificial sweeteners damage your gut as well. So you don't want to take things that say sugar free, because they typically contain artificial sweeteners that are full of toxins and not good for us. So no artificial colors, sweeteners, non-GMO. It's vegetarian. It's not a meal replacement, but it will help with your blood sugar balance and overall inflammation. Contains green coffee bean extract, so it's technically not decaffeinated, but it doesn't have caffeine, or a very small amount, like 0.01%. So really equivalent to a decaffeinated cup of coffee. So lots of people think if I'm doing a diet product, it's going to contain caffeine. No, it doesn't. There is another product that also helps with the manufacturing of serotonin. That is, if you're interested in weight loss, that serotonin is a mood, for our happy feelings. We need serotonin for that. That is called MetaBurn. I'm not sure if it's on this next slide. Yes, it is. It's their MetaBurn, helps boost your mood because it contains 5-HTP. Active also is very helpful in beneficial mood booster for us. It's a clean energy drink, so it does contain a little bit of caffeine, but it's just but it also is our superfood, and it contains vitamins and B vitamins, and it has S7 to boost the happy, healthy feelings. So Plexus contains lots of products I did not go over, but based on your health goals, you will talk to who invited you to this call to help you select the best kit for you. So the first step in getting started will be to pick your pack. Welcome packs are what they're called for your first kit. They are highly discounted, so you will receive about a 45% discount on your first purchase of Plexus. Welcome kits that contain 3 products, like the triplex, those are $109. Welcome kits that contain more products, like this Gut Health Advanced, I'll show you. This one has 7 products. So it contains the Vital Biome as well as the triplex, 2 bags of the Slim, you can pick the flavors, and our greens. Greens is our new green superfood powder that you can mix in shakes, and you can mix it with just water. You can mix it with your Slim. Very versatile. It tastes good, but it is your vitamins, it is your greens, it is apple cider vinegar, all the things that we know our bodies need to feed those good microbes, as well as feel better, because we're giving our bodies what it's been lacking for so long. So the Gut Health Advance is an example of one of those larger welcome kits, and this kit is $209. But like I said, we have customizable welcome kits as well as other preset packages that either your person who invited you to this call can help you select. There's also a quiz on Plexus's website that will also help lead you in the right direction for what kit would be the best one for you to get started with. After you pick your pack, you work with your sponsor, that's the person who invited you to this wonderful, wonderful company, and you guys are going to create a plan. Creating a plan for how and when you're going to take your products, you need to stay in communication with them because they can help you troubleshoot. If you're needing to know when and where and how you do this thing, you have someone linking arms with you, holding your hand and walking you, helping you on this journey. Also recommend you stay hydrated. Water is essential. It helps with our brain functions. Lots of times people are dehydrated, your brain is foggy, things just aren't working well. Your whole body is not working well, but specifically since we're talking about mood and brain connection today, but flushing those toxins out, drinking more water, feeding your cells, you must stay hydrated. You also need to stay consistent. Give the products a chance to work with your body. These are natural products. They aren't fast fixes, I like to say, or pharmaceuticals, which is designed to just jumpstart your body to do something that it's not really naturally doing on its own. Give the products 90 days or more to really reset. You want to have that reset of your body, and it just takes time sometimes. I felt lighter, I felt happier right away. Within a couple of days a week, I was feeling so much better, but my great health wins, my long-term health wins, the ones that I saw just make major shifts in my body, that happened after about month 4 or 5. And lots of people have those same stories. You notice some things right away, but oftentimes those long-term effects, it took a while because none of this happened overnight. All of the sickness and illness and the discomfort that's in your body, it gradually crept in. You want to give your body time to reset. Let me go down here. If there is something that just does not work for you, Plexus does offer a money back guarantee, 60 days for you to try something, see if it works out. They'll give you a full refund minus shipping. You just need to send back your unused product if it doesn't work in 60 days for you. So other than that, I just have one question. What if this could change everything for you? It did for me and lots of people on this call. I honestly can't stop talking about it because it has actually been really, really amazing. All the changes for me were on the inside. You see these lovely ladies here. They've had internal changes as well as visibly they're smaller, but I have to tell you, the smiles are more natural. The stress has been lifted. You can see the health just shining through these pictures. And I hope that you invest in yourself and that you take us up on this opportunity to join Plexus. So I'll open it up for questions. I'll stop the screen share. If there are any questions tonight, we can stop recording.